what can we do to insist and move forward a comprehensive immigration reform, including a guest worker program. Everywhere I see it in this county, and even down in Santa Clara County, people are living severe. Even my friends who are Indian technologists now are spending their time saying we are not going to stay in America, we will go back to India. We can't afford this as a country. And really one of the reasons we got Congress is the fact that Congress allocated that responsibility.
So, there was an immigration reform package that was bipartisan, that was passed by the Senate and sent to the House. And then it sat in the Judiciary Committee and was never taken up. Because in Congress, the power of the chair is omnipotent. Now, in the state legislature where I was for 18 years, you introduce a bill, you're guaranteed a hearing. If you get the votes, it moves on. If you don't get the votes, it stays with the committee. But in the House, you don't have that right, so to speak. You can introduce bills, but it's up to the chair of the committee whether or not it's going to be taken up, and typically it's a leadership decision as well. So, to your question, are we going to get immigration reform? In a frightening sort of way, by executive order, the president is trying to impose his view of what immigration reform is, and we basically have got to stand up and say, no way. And the way we're going to do it, in part, is through the courts. Because the reality is that we do not have a majority of Democrats in the House nor the Senate. So our efforts to stop things are going to have to be reliant somewhat on the courts and all of you. The truth of the matter is that people are standing up around this country saying, no, we're not going to do it this way. There will be a response. We've already seen it with the Affordable Care Act. It was, it was repeal and replace. We had 65 votes in the House to repeal the Affordable Care Act over the last 2 years. Now they're talking about amend, rebuild. What are the words now? Repair and rebuild are the words they're using now. So people speaking up around the country is really important. And I am so offended by the statement made by our president that these are paid protesters. Are any of you paid protesters? So that's how we have to move. I think we're seeing it happen with the Affordable Care Act. I think we can see it happen with immigration